co-host.
So very good morning to all of you and warm welcome to the presentation of my research paper on behavior of high performance fiber reinforced concrete beam joints under seismic loading
Dr. Rahul,
in the virtual conference of International Conference on Emerging Trends and Engineering Technology, in short ICCON ETech 2020. So authors B. Panduranga Rao, it's me, General Manager in National Council for Cement and Building Materials, India, Professor K. Ram Mohan Rao, Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University, Hyderabad, Mr. Srinivas Thanaku, Rambol, India. So coming to introduction, the beam column joints have been recognized as a critical element in seismic design of reinforced concrete frames. So the main reasons of a beam column joint failure is inadequate transverse reinforcement in the beam column joint region and strong beam weak column, strong beam and weak column joint design. At the same time, detailing of reinforcement in beam column joints affects the strength and ductility of structures. It has been identified that insufficient seismic performance in the reinforced concrete structure built with low strength concrete or insufficient reinforcement and improper reinforcement detailing results in non-ductile performance of moment resisting frames, lead to brittle failure of the members in a devastating manner. These types of local failures can cause global failure of mechanism required in seismic upgrading of deficient structures. It has been observed that conventional concrete loses its tensile resistance when multiple cracks developed in the structure. To resist more cyclic loading, fibrous concrete can be used to make it more sustainable. In the structural integrity of the building, beam column and beam column slab structural system plays an important role, and therefore they have to be provided with adequate strength and stiffness to sustain the load transmitted from beam or beam columns. So transverse reinforcement in the form of closely spaced hoops are recommended in the SEI report. However, casting of beam column joints become difficult due to congestion of reinforcement, which may lead to honeycombing in concrete. So high performance implies an optimized combination of structural properties such as strength, toughness, energy absorption, stiffness, durability, multiple cracking, and corrosion resistance. Fiber reinforced high performance concrete is defined by an ultimate strength higher than their first cracking strength and the formation of multiple cracking during inelastic deformation process. So high performance is meant to distinguish structural material from the conventional one, as well as to optimize the combination of properties in terms of final application in real civil engineering structures. So high performance concrete can be designed to give optimized performance characteristics for a given set of usage and chemical admixtures like silica, fume, and superplastizers to enhance the strength, durability, and workability qualities to a very great extent. So behavior of beam column joints using NSC and FRHPC based column beam joints utilizing steel fibers in varied aspect ratios, types, and fiber content has been used in this study. So objectives of this study is to investigate the structural performance of beam column joints using FRHPC. So for this, mixed design of HPC and FRHPC has been done. Then testing of beam column joints specimen under cyclic loading, studying the properties such as tensile strength, tensile strain, cracking behavior, ductility, and energy absorption capacity, and the behavior of FRHPC specimen after the cyclic loading test. So concluding on behavior of FRHPC column beam joint against the seismic load based on the above test has been observed. So mixed design of HPC and FRHPC. So mixed design of HPC has been done as per the guidelines, design guidelines to achieve M50 grade of concrete using fine aggregate, coarse aggregate, superplasticizers with a low water cement ratio of 0.25, compressor strength of 53 MPa at 28 days strength. So OPC 43 grade conforming to IS 8112 and silica fume was used. Gelanium 233 ASTM type of PCE based superplasticizers was used for this. And then fine aggregate having fineness modulus of 2.57 and crushed stone aggregate and slag in the ratio of 3:1 with combined fineness modulus of 6.52 as coarse aggregate conforming to Indian standard 383. So steel fibers of 40 mm and 50 mm long, 0.5 mm diameter with the aspect ratio of 80 and 100 respectively were added in different proportions from 0 to 10% by volume of concrete mass. So composition of HPC, this proportioning has been carried out as per the HPC parameters based on ACI methods, and then typical range of HPC mix composition was given in this tabular form. This mixed design was carried out according to within this range, and then HPC proportioning was done like this: cement 492 kg per meter cube, silica fume 123 kg per meter cube, fine aggregate 615, coarse aggregate 984, superplasticizers 4.9, and water 154 kg and water cement ratio of 0.25. So this exterior beam column joint specimen was cast in order to investigate structural performance of beam column joints using FRHPC. An exterior beam column joint region of a multi-storied building was analyzed. The dimensional analysis was carried out to 1/3 scale of simulate model to study the prototype of the structures. The reinforcement cage was fabricated with a nominal reinforcement of 10 mm diameter of FE 500 grade, and this is the main reinforcement of column and main reinforcement of the beams. This is also with the 10 mm diameter, and then steel reinforcement with shear stirrups of 8 mm diameter were used at 250 mm center to center, and 2 LVDTs were placed here, and load cell was set up here to investigate the position of steel reinforcement was also like this, and 8 mm extra was cast above the beam and 8 mm below the soffit of the beam, and 160 mm inside the beam column joint. And this was the experiment setup made for the study. So testing the specimen for cyclic loading, a special steel loading frame of 600 kilonewtons load capacity was used for this purpose, and then specimens were designated for different types of fibers, 0 to 10% fiber content and aspect ratios, and 17 numbers of beam column joint specimens were tested at under 600 kilonewtons capacity loading frame under cyclic loading. A constant cyclic load was applied through the hydraulic jock of 100 kilonewtons capacity with 5 kilonewtons incremental loading. These specimens were tested to investigate the compressive tensile and structural strength of HPC and FRHPC at 28 days. So failure mechanism, let us see the failure mechanism. Multiple fine cracks were developed at the interface of FRHPC based beam column joints specimens and propagated away from the beam column joints. In straight fiber based specimens, failure occurred in the fiber core portion of the beam. In crimped fiber based specimens, multiple hairline cracks were developed in the beam portion, first from the which propagated towards the column core on further increasing the load. So multiple fine cracks were found to develop in most of all the specimens, indicating that the inclusion of fibers impart significant ductility in beam column joint region. So this is the failure mechanism you can see here, and NFC concrete is failure mechanism is like this in diagonal shape, and then these cracks of SF designated member of SF 40 by 90 cracking like this, and this cracking pattern here in a ZZ 40 by 9 sample specimen is like this, and the same values were tabulated in this And results and analysis is like this, and it can be seen that the compressive strength increases significantly by increasing the fiber content of 6 to 9%. Further, in most cases, there is a decrease in strength from 9 to 10% of fiber volume content. The comparison of non-fibrous concrete and strength increases with for SF designated members as SF 40/6, 40/8, and so on, for the further decreasing of strength like this for other members. And the results were tabulated in this table 3. And then we can see here from this specimen designation 40/9, SF 40/9 with split tensile strength of 12.46 Newton per mm square, whereas ZZ 50/9 is giving 16.2 split tensile strength. And all the strength, split tensile strength, flexural strength, compressive strength of all the members were mentioned here. And the further to this, ductility associated parameters of FRHPC beam column joint specimens were also done. And then NFC resilience, increase in percentage of resilience, toughness, increase in toughness of, and then toughness index were calculated accordingly, and then ductility parameters were considered, and the ductility index were also calculated. Increase in ductility percentage was mentioned here in this table. Load deflection behavior. So maximum value of first crack and ultimate loads were found to be 23.5 kilonewtons and 63.6 kilonewtons in specimen ZZ 40/9. The first crack deflection and ultimate deflection were also found to be maximum in the same specimen. This illustrates that the specimen ZZ 40/9 provides maximum strength and ductility when compared with other specimens. The first crack load and the ultimate crack load of FRHPC column beam joint specimen have been significantly improved in comparison to normal strength fiber reinforced concrete. So FRHPC utilizing fibers content up to 9% increases the load carrying capacity of the joint significantly. So this is the load deflection cause. We can see here NFC. So when the load of 35 kilonewtons were imposed, the deflection we can see in 30 mm, and whereas here SF 40/9 designated member load of 50 kilonewtons, we are getting deflection of 40 mm, and whereas ZZ 40/9, so this load kilonewtons of 60 kilonewtons, and deflection is somewhere about 50 mm. So this is the load deflection cause for LVDT1. Likewise, LVDT2 were also placed. And then parametric study of HPC and FRHPC beam column joints were done. Then first crack loading, ultimate loading, first crack deflection, ultimate deflection were calculated for the designated members. And then let us come to conclusions. The compressive and the split tensile flexural strength for the specimen containing crimped fibers volume are at 9%, and then aspect ratio of 80 was found to be maximum value 72, 20.96 and 16.85 MPa respectively. Therefore, fiber content corresponding to 9% volume of crimped fibers and aspect ratio of 8 is considered to be the optimum for practical considerations. FRHPC composites differs from conventional HPC in the sense that the matrix consists of very fine particles from behavioral viewpoint. So the matrix plays a role not only of transforming the forces between the fibers by shear, but also keeps the fibers interlocked. So FRHPC is dense even at microstructural level. Tensile strain is much higher than that of the conventional HPC. This is in turn improves cracking behavior, ductility and energy absorption capacity of the composites. So increase in resilience, increase in toughness, increase in ductility is also achieved by increase in the percentage of reinforcement, percentage of steel fibers up to 9%. This was evident in the load cracking behavior of the structural members and susceptible for this loading pattern, loading behavior at 5 kilonewton increment of 600 kilonewtons load frame, under the 600 kilonewton load frame. So let us references. These are the references I have referred for this study, and then based on the reference, and then problem was identified, and then research was carried out, and this is the part of my PhD research topic presented here. And thank you very much for patient hearing.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rao. We have a few questions and we have a couple of minutes. The first question is, how representative do you believe your testing to be of the dynamics of an actual earthquake? Hello, Mr. Rao? You need to unmute your mic. Hello, Mr. Rao?
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, we had a question.
Am I audible? Yes.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning, sir. Am I audible now?
The question was, how representative did you think the actual testing was compared to an actual, the dynamics of an actual earthquake?
Yes. Actually, this testing was done with a scaled down model, and the scaling effect was considered. After considering scaling effect, this was, using the software, simulations was done, and based on the simulations, we can identify, we can verify whether this is useful for the earthquake based on the zonation, earthquake zones. So different zones using the response spectrum method, we can work out whether this is suitable for the specified zone or not.
Thank you. One more question. Did the fibers affect the isotropy? Did the fibers affect the isotropy of the structure? That is, was there structural coupling of the deformations?
Yeah, this will affect the isotropy of the structure. Fibers will definitely affect the isotropy. But still this coupling effect, when you say the coupling effect, then fibers will have better coupling effect and deformations will be less. And coming to the third part of this question, can the work lead to the proposition of stress concentration factors at the junction? Yes, stress concentration at the junctions will be controlled by the fiber reinforced concrete. And we have made the stress strain analysis also for the high strength, high performance concrete, and that is giving very good results comparatively comparing with the high performance concrete.
And the final question is, in a construction site setting, how would the FR actually be implemented? Would a different concrete mix be made up and added just for the junctions?
Yes, exactly. We can go for a different concrete mix at junctions, column beam junctions. That will be more ideal, and it will be cheaper also when compared to the normal. Like if you consider the same concreting for all the structural members like columns, beams, and slab, that will be more costlier and which is not useful at all. So at column beam junctions, we can go for a special designing concrete mix that can be used for the junctions alone based on the requirement and design parameters.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rao. Thank you very much.